And I'm back with another video. This video tonight, we're going to go through a, basically a lot of things I did in BMX over my 35-year career in BMX. I guess you can call me a pack rat because I don't know why I saved a lot of stuff and I didn't mean to, but I do. So I have a lot of things to go through in this one book, but I have like 3 or 4 books of like just flyers and ads and things that I did in my BMX career. So tonight we're going to start off with an application that I got from Greg Esser at DC Hyatt Park in Pompano, where the dump is now. We used to have a BMX race there on Friday nights. And this was a license. They were trying to get people or riders to sign up for the pro class. And I actually got this application. I was going to sign up for the pro class because I already had to race those guys like Nelson Fulcher, Greg Esser, Brian Esser, Jamie Burrows, all these guys. Brian Webb. Seems like some of them riders have passed away, are good friends. You know, rest in peace, guys. But this is a professional license, was $13 back in the day. As you can see, I have my name here. I came out of the expert. I raced MPSA and I raced NBL. I got 7th in the 1977 Semi-National, and I got 6th at the 79 Grand Nationals. So this was my application, but I never turned it in. So we're off with that. And here's a little article they did in, I think it's Sarasota. I had fallen, and that is me, which I'm going to take it out and show you the full page. That's me. I wasn't good, but I look good. It says Bill Prince 20 hangs his head after a fall. God dang it. That's when I had my diamond back with a regular square plate 7P. I had a badass Bill helmet I painted orange, blue, and white with the number 7 on it. I had my WP jersey and my M&M pants and my Bobo tennis shoes, Nikes. M&M only made pants for basically the Patterson team, and my team was based off the Patterson team with the basically the style of the jersey, and I wanted the pants that they had, so Denny from M&M made me some pants for me and my riders. So this was from Tallahassee in 1981. How you doing, Greets Brown? Okay, this is a bus and hotel registration form that I did. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get this out of the way. A bus and hotel registration form I did for the JAG BMX World Championships in 1980. What I was doing, I chartered a bus. I was only 18 years old. I chartered a bus from Fort Lauderdale all the way to Indianapolis for the JAG BMX World Championships, which were held in Indianapolis Convention Center. I charged $150 per person. That included the bus and the hotel. It was a crazy thing that I did back then. I took 60 riders and parents to that race because 1978 and 78 the Pompano Beach Boys Club chartered the bus, and then in 79 they said they weren't going to do it. So I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. So I chartered a bus in 1979 to get there, and I also chartered one in 1980. So we had a good time, and it was cold up there. We stayed right across the street from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Me and the riders went there and had a good time going around the whole complex and into the museum. As you could see, we have a Rocket Nabisco team. I was dealing with RJR Reynolds, which is the cigarette brand, but they also had a parent company called Nabisco. Nabisco crackers, cookies, Oreos, and stuff. And one of the guy's father's uncle worked there, and he was going to sponsor the team with the Nabisco brand because we couldn't do it with a cigarette. So this was like a mock-up of the uniforms that we were going to do. But come to find out, that guy, he went on to BMW, so the new people, you know, when you get changes, people don't want to do the same thing as the last board did, so out went that. And then I got a couple letters from when we went on tour with the MCS Eagle Snacks team, the NCF's team. We'd always have girls write us because there was no internet back in the day, you know, so they would like, oh, I want to see the boys, I want pictures and all, so basically, we were all young, trying to hit on girls back in the day. So that was one of the letters I kept. It was pretty funny. I have a Florida Turnpike Toll Plaza ticket that I never turned in. You're supposed to turn these in and you pay the money, but I never did. Somehow I escaped that. I think I said I lost it. Here's a price list for the Rocket uniforms and, socks and all that stuff that we were going to come out with, but which we never did. Some of the things we came out with. Here's a thing on the team stands in 1995. As you can see, they had a state team and an open team. We were in the open team, and we didn't race that many races. We missed a lot of races. I don't know. I think we were on tour, so we ended up with like 46 points. So, but that was not a good year for us. Scoot this over a little. This is the training seminar that we had for our sheet, so we wrote down the rider's name and stuff when we did clinics. This here is basically a layout for some transfers that we were making with the Getaware for the headbands and also Mega Design products. And we have a Vans tennis shoe receipt. Well, we used to get shoes from them. I think Everett used to send us shoes. So we would get shoes from them. I'm not sure what year this was. 1985. So we got WP Racing shoes from Vans. Then we got an NBL letter from Mr. Bob Tedesco about the team rule changes. I don't know what they were. I guess it was about changing teams and stuff. So that was from the NBL in 1995. And then UGP used to sponsor our team, so they gave us a lot of stuff. So they gave us plates, pad sets, hats, shirts, and all for the race team. And this was also in 1995 for the Rocket Racing team. And then we have a check from the parent company of Rocket, which was Getaware. Getaware started for us. Me and Brian Fell started Getaware in 1985, I believe. And then I bought his share out. And Getaware started making Rocket frames in 1992. And then I basically closed down Getaware and stayed with the Rocket. And JMV Dress Company was the company that made Aero pants. Joe from JMV Dress. Rest in peace, Big Joe. He did all our racing pants for our WP team and our Rocket team. We just got some little miscellaneous stuff. We got my Getaware business card, Club Ghetto, an NBL team sheet. We have another check. Actually, this check's from Team WP, which was pretty cool. I had an account back in the day because we were getting checks. There's some stupid little cartoons. We have a signed letter from, not a letter, but like a church thing from Joe Gibbs. He signed it for me and gave it to me, so I still have that. A Haro envelope when I used to run the Haro team. Jonathan Lee, he got in the local newspaper, so I kept an article on him, and I think he was only 7 years old then, and it was on the WP team. And then we have a remembrance of one of the people that worked at MCS, Donna Newman. This is her remembrance card that we got at the services. And then Rocket, we were selling frame and forks to Custom Cycle, which is MCS, the distributor. Jeff DeVito owned them. And this day, he bought 48 Rocket Pro XL frame and forks for $102 each. That was crazy. So the balance, or the total was $4,896 for 48 frame and forks, chromoly back in the day. And here's another thing that Custom Cycle bought. They bought Neo pads, 50 black and 14 blue, and we're selling them for $6.30. And here's an invoice that I got some pedals for the team, and of course I was charged by Custom Cycle for Getaware. And then we have the 79 Indianapolis registration form. When the riders sent it to me, that was their form. So that was from 1979. And then we have a invoice from Jondi, which made my, I believe they made either the power-ups or the chin straps, but they used to do the sewing for me. Then we have a Rocket school folder that I used to screen print, so that's a purple one. A company or a bank called Landmark Bank, which was my WP team, and this was from 1984. As you see, we had a balance of $111 in there. Woo! Rockets were built to fly. This is Tony Harding. So we did like a couple ads on different riders. So we made little captions on them. And it says, when NASA built its first rocket, it was meant to fly and did it. At Rocket, we build our bikes to fly, and they do. If you want to fly on the track like Rocket's factory ace Tony Harding does, then grab yourself a rocket frame and fork set today. Your local dealer is waiting for you today. So this was one of our flyers that we handed out, and we were sponsored in 1993 by IC Bikes, Mega, Aero Plates or Aero Pants, Getaware, Profile, Echo, UGP, Fabweld, ODI, and M&M. This is our first team sheet that we did back in the day. This is like primitive, one of them words, that I did, because I used to do printing and graphic arts and stuff, so I did a lot of this artwork and stuff, and Brian and his dad owned a shop called ProPrint, which they did all the printing for me. So we had, one of the first ones to have autograph team sheets and stuff, which on that year, I don't know the year, but we had Corey Dimberger, BJ Kilburn, Mikey Brandt, and TJ Beat on the team. And then here's an ad for Jason Johnson. And then we called it Rush Hour because this was a national in South Park. And we have our good buddy Kevin Daughtery ready to dip under Jason. He would always get Jason because Jason would leave the door wide open. And this one says Rush Hour. When it's rush hour on the track, factory ace Jason Johnson leads the rush on the all-new Rocket Pro XL frame and fork. If you want to lead the rush on the track like Jason does, then the Rocket Pro XL is for you. So we just had little captions and stuff like that. Then we had one of TJ. This also was out South Park, I believe. A good little ad. It says, taking care of business. At Rocket, our riders are businessmen. Their job is to win races and sell bikes. We don't plan to give our riders a pink slip because they are winning and selling bikes all over the USA. If you take your racing serious like we do, then Rocket is for you. Jump on a Rocket today and start winning today. So this was 12X businessman TJ Beach. So these are some of the flyers that we handed out. And then we had a certificate when we went on summer tour. I believe it was 1994. We did a Rocky UGP summer tour. Yes, 94. And we gave these to the riders that signed up for the clinic. As you can see, I was messing around, put Donald J. Trump. This was like as he was trying to be president the very first time he tried. So that's just a thing we handed out. And then we have some of the training seminar flyers that we did. This one was at Okehili on November 16th, 1993. For $15. You could hang out, you could learn gate starts, turn, jumps, straightaways, bike maintenance and all. So this is another flyer that we did. And this is one of the ads I was going to do, but we never finished. There's a lot of stuff in here that we did, but we didn't finish. This, we got a rocket ship, and this was one of the ads. That was the very first rocket out. You can see it has paper stickers on it. And then we have another ad that says, who will win Rocket Racing's Ultimate Dream Sweepstakes? In 1992, we sponsored the 5-Star Series in Florida, and we gave out like an airfare to Ohio. We gave out a complete bike and a bunch of other prizes. And we would always give out like decals and stuff at the races. This is one of the little ad things that we had on our display table at the factory team tent for UGP. We did them all for all our sponsors. Profile. We talked about their stems and their seat clamps. This is called like a paper I did when I was in school in 1983. It was Volume 1, Number 1, the WP Racing Express. So it is told about the racing team and how the riders are doing and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons that WP Racing was a high-profile team that a lot of riders wanted to be on, because we did a lot of things. We were colorful, and we just did a lot of gimmicky things like that to get people to ride for us. Alpha Tech was the maker of the Rocket aluminum frame and forks. And this is when they came to me to say what they want to do, basically a contract for them. And then this is an ad for one of the riders, B.J. Kilburn. You know, was the ultimate weapon. I'm not going to read all his stuff for you, but that was another ad we did. There's another one of TJ. This is another team later on we had. We have Jason Johnson, B.J. Kilburn, Tony Hardin, T.J. Beach, and Corey Denberger. We shot these photos out off of Wiles Road in the rock pits when they were building some of the developments out there. They had big piles of rocks, so that's where we had a team photo shoot, which was pretty cool. This is another ad that we did with, you know, showing our complete bikes and stuff, which helped us out, so we did a lot of that. And here is a letterhead of my WP racing team. I started WP in 1979 through like 83, 84 when I started working for MCS. But like I said, I took printing classes, so the team colors are orange, blue, and white, and I printed these at Nova High School. And that address there is my mother's address, which is still across the street from me. I still live in the same neighborhood. And then we had t-shirts and hats and stuff, so that was like a header card for them. You know, jump ahead of the pack, team apparel, men's, boys, small, medium, large. We had little booklets that we did with all the sponsors. Here is just an ad for the Florida State Championship in 2020. Another one for 2020. A snippet from one of the county wheels said Fred Canary. Fred Canary was the baddest rider in Florida back in the day. He was NPSA national #1. Nobody could beat that kid. And he ended up wanting to ride for WP Racing, which he did. I wish he would surface. I haven't seen Freddie in 30 years. I wish he would surface. Another check from Team WP. And then we have Rocket Bicycles contract that we did, and this is for, I believe, Bully to ride the Rocket frame and forks, because they didn't have a frame and fork out yet for their cruiser. So that was a contract that Brian Feld did up. Here's a miniature ad of the big poster that we made that we were posting up at the tracks. That's how we got a lot of riders also. Everybody wanted to be a part of that. And here's Fred Canary's team membership card. You know, he lived in Sarasota, and he was #1 on both bikes. This is a basically a resume for John Purse. He wanted to get sponsored. I'm not sure if it was for MCS or what, but somehow I ended up with this. But this is when John was racing heavily in probably 1995, 96. And this is one of the moto sheets that we used to do and post at the track on the tent. You know, like Ron, class expert, and he got first, and his moto total of 3. You know, so that was our basically our team sheet. Here's another membership application for Kevin McDougal. For those of you who know, Kevin McDougal was the quarterback for Notre Dame, and then he got drafted by the Los Angeles Rams, I believe. He didn't make the cut, and he went up to the Canadian Football League. But Kevin McDougal, he ended up going from MCS co-sponsorship team to the WP team to the Race Inc. team to the Hot Shop team, and then to the Thruster, I believe. So he was always national #1. He would win by miles. This is one of my applications for one of my riders, Chad McDaniel. This is from 1981. Here's another little team ad thing that we had. And then we handed out little coupons at the races. You know, we were trying, this is when the internet started, so we were trying to get people's names and addresses, you know, their emails and stuff. So this is a way that we were trying to get them. So we would, they would fill this out, put it in a box, we'd draw prizes and stuff, but that's how we gained our mailing list. This is one of the flyers that we did, and was going to be an ad in the paper. Rocket Bicycles just launched, you know. This is our aluminum Delta XL. Thought that was one of the coolest little ads that we did with that big rocket ship. Here's another one of Tony Hardin. This is our Rocket Pro XL spec sheet on the Pro XL frame that we had. Just a quick ad that we handed out for the team. And then we had a couple of the riders' application forms in here. This is for a kid named Dennis Nichols. But I don't think this kid made the team. They fill out stuff and then we look them over and stuff, and if they qualify, we put them on the team. So that's going to do it for this book. I hope you enjoyed it. I have a couple more books that we're going to do here soon. So I hope you enjoyed it, and please, if you could, subscribe, tell your friends. As they say, smash the like button and give me a thumbs up. And I hope to get more videos out. And like I said, I will do much better with videos as I go along, as I get better equipment and learn this. This is my first try at this. So I hope you like it. I know I made some mistakes. I'm not the best. I don't claim to be the best, but one day I will be the best. So again, subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Have a good night.